Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 1 of Batman Odyssey. Now as you know, Batman Odyssey was a 7-issue series that was meant to have Neal Adams returning to do another Batman story, and the best way I can describe Neal Adams' run on Batman Odyssey, it's clear he still wants to kind of keep Batman back to the Bronze Age and Silver Age roots, but of course doesn't really understand when to update Batman. So the cover mainly has Batman holding Joker in a prehistoric world, and let's get on with the story. It starts off with Bruce talking about the coffee machine, the beans, and how Alfred doesn't approve of it, but still use it to make basically a different kind of beverage. And we see how, he points out about Ra's al Ghul, the plans, and everything else. And this is where I think Neal Adams doesn't understand when to have the dialogue cut down a bit. And it kind of shows you that he doesn't know firsthand about when to cut down things on a story. And the conversation still goes on until we get to the point where some escaped criminals try to break through a door, and this is where we're introduced to Sensei, who in Batman Odyssey is meant to be Ra's al Ghul's son, while in other DC media it's meant to be his dad. So of course we see how the Sensei hears something from the door, has his assistant try to break through, and we see her breaking through the door and realizes it's kind of like a reinforced steel door. And after hearing it slowly break apart, we see how, he manages to break through single-handedly and ends up meeting the other escaped convicts and points out about their job well done, and has these kind of weird bee-like creatures, shows off his mysticism skills, and even kind of has a test set for them where the last man standing will become part of his group. And we even see Penguin as well as the Riddler seeing from the sort of game that he played, and leaving one of the thugs still left, and has them set out to find his father, Ra's al Ghul. And this is where we're gonna see, Batman riding a giant bat with dinosaurs and that. And it's clear that Neal Adams is taking a lot of inspiration from Turok. And of course, we kind of see how Batman with his allies are dealing with people riding giant dinosaurs. He kind of throws one of them down to ride the Tyrannosaurus. And this is also where, you get the sense Neal Adams is trying to go back to this Bronze Age, Silver Age route. But it's clear that he just doesn't know when to dial it back. So of course we are introduced back at the mansion, where, Ra's al Ghul is seeing how Bruce is using his skills to perfect his basically body and combat training. And even, talks with Ra's al Ghul, showing off the kind of Batcave that he has from the clock, knowing that his son is going to come to get him. We see how, Bruce introduces two people that he's met from the underworld, Jim Roth as well as Primus. And of course, Jim Roth as well as Primus being kind of like the Batman Robin to the group. And this is where we see how Dick Grayson believes that he's coming along, but of course this does feel a bit out of character. Like, this does give you a hint of the whole, like, Batman Forever and Batman Robin Dick Grayson. Honestly, if Bruce had just mentioned about him having to keep an eye on Ra's al Ghul and that, it'd be understandable. But this gives you this hint that, Neal Adams doesn't know how to do Dick Grayson's character. Again, Dick Grayson could understand what Bruce is like. He understands that he doesn't want to be Batman. But this just feels like we've gone to this position before with the Joe Schumacher films. And of course, we see how Alfred calls Bruce out. And of course, again, if Alfred had said, I'll talk to him or have a discussion with Dick Grayson, maybe this would work more. But we kind of see how Batman goes with Jim Roth and Primus down into the underworld. And we kind of see how, yeah, Alfred mainly has a discussion with Dick Grayson. And it's hints that, yeah, Deadman is controlling Alfred to try and talk with Dick Grayson. And this is where we're going to see Batman going further beyond the Batcave with Jim Roth and Primus about the whole underworld thing. And yeah, showing off the crystals in these Geodudes. And of course, yeah, they mainly head further to where their home is. And of course, yeah, Primus saying, home sweet home. And this is the story. I think the issue is trying to go back to the Bronze Age and Silver Age roots, but the problem is, it's clear Neal Adams still wants to live the whole glory days of the original Batman stuff, but the thing with writers like Jeff Jones, also Christopher Nolan and that, it's clear they know they can't really go back to the Silver Age and Bronze Age roots. They know they have to update with the times, and it's clear Neal Adams did try to go back to the Silver Age and Bronze Age, not understanding that Batman can't go back to that. There have been times where it's been done the right way, without trying to make characters too out of place, nothing kind of like seeming like this is like the Batman we're supposed to know. So I think this one definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Well, it's okay, alright. It's just clear that there's a lot of writers like Neal Adams, also Hayao Miyazaki, as well as, yeah, Greg Weisman, who are starting to slowly lose their magic, all still trying to be reverent without realizing the consequences of it. So, Comic Viewer here, signing out.